Now I want you to tell me the conversation that you had with Ms. Hartzell, and tell me when that conversation took place.
Okay. It would have been one of the last days in October or the first day in November.
Did you call her or did she call you?
I believe she contacted Mandy and then I called her.
And I would like you to tell me what you said to her and what she said to you.
I told her at that point that I had 2 days to come up with just under $1,100 to make sure I could keep the home. She told me to figure out exactly what I needed and to let her know we would go from there. Within a day or so of the first conversation, we came up with it was just under $1,100. So she was going to give me $1,100. We were on our way to her place of employment to pick up the money. And at that point, I actually received a phone call from the person I was buying the home from, telling us that forget about it. If I go to make the deposit, they're not going to accept the money. So when I got there, I explained to her the situation.
Did he tell you that there was a problem with the house?
No,
When you met with him?
not at that point.
When did he tell you that there was a problem with the house?
2 days later, when I was going to give him the next check and deposit it into the landlord's account at the bank.
How many checks did you give him?
2.
What were the denominations?
The first one was $1,000 and the second one was $1,100 on November 3rd and 5th.
So you gave him the $1,000
Yes, ma'am.
and then $1,100 the next day. So it was really $2,100.
Correct.
And did he cash those checks for $2,100?
He cashed the first one. The second one, I actually deposited it into his landlord's account at the landlord's bank.
You mean where you were going to buy?
Correct.
What happened with that money?
It went and paid the house payment. And then the first
Just a
house,
second, it paid a house. Did you move into that house?
we had been in the house already. I had lost my job at the beginning of
Just a
October.
second. So she lent you in total $2,100.
She didn't lend me anything. This was a child support agreement.
Now I want you to tell me the child support agreement.
Okay.
I want to hear the child support agreement
Okay.
with her.
No problem. Every penny she gave me when we got our income taxes, we were supposed to take that dollar amount, mail it into the child support office so her son got credit for making that payment and it would come off his back child support.
Did you do that?
Tax time isn't here yet.
Just a second. Is that the arrangement you made with her?
For the...
No. Look at me.
Yes.
Is that the arrangement you made with her?
Yes, ma'am. For the $1,100 it was. What happened was the first $1,000 she gave me, like I said, on the day that I showed up, and I told her that I can't make the house payment. They told me it's too late. She gave me the $1,000 because I would need the money to move in somewhere else anyway. Okay. Later that day, the landlord called me and said, hey, if you can get the money in today, we'll go ahead and do that. At that point, I'd already deposited the check. That's when I contacted Debbie and I said, hey, if you can put the money into their account to cover the house payment, when this check clears, I'll give you that part back.
Did you give it back to her?
I did not, because
Why?
with the conversation she had had with Mandy to go ahead and use the other $1,000 towards paying other bills to get it caught up, because it was going to be a month before I saw a paycheck. And that total amount of $2,100 was going to be mailed in the child support to come off the $7,100 owed.
He'll pay his own child support. You pay her back her money. How old is your son?
37.
Time that he was not a deadbeat and took care of his own children. It's time.
He's only in arrears because he was in prison for 5 years.
What does he get? What do
He's
you get a
paid
reward
since
for that?
then.
What do you get a reward for that? Then he should have been paid twice as much.
He pays child support plus only 25 towards arrearage, so it's hard to get it paid down.
You make children, you're supposed to take care of them. And you don't get a break when you're in jail. You're in jail because you did something yourself. It's not as if you got a disease, if you had serious surgery, you couldn't work. You did something wrong. Your children still had to eat, right?
Right.
When he was in jail, did she get any child support at all?
I did help her very much, and I also took the 2 boys quite often.
Well, that doesn't make any difference. Okay.